I'm suspended. I'm technically not even a detective anymore. They said I was consistently reckless, inappropriate, and glib.
I've got something that the sheriff wants you to drive to Miami.
The arm? That's all they found?
Nah, man, the head's in the passenger seat.
If you're too grouchy to answer the question, just say I'm too grouchy to answer the question. You have to hit me with the head in the passenger seat. When did you learn Nick was missing?
I was in Paris. It was a birthday present from him. So are these.
Fancy.
They're like 10 grand.
Why are we whispering?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I'm in a bit of a jam here.
Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of the first episode of the new Apple TV show, Bad Monkey, Season 1, Episode 1, The Floating Human Parts Capital of America. This episode originally aired August 14th. They actually dropped 2 episodes, but usually when I review something like this, I just want to do the first one to kind of really, I think a pilot should be successful enough to grab you on its own, because there have been times where some of these miniseries are like a longer movie just kind of broken up into episodes. So I do want to make sure that the first episode gives you at least a contained story, even if it's part of a larger narrative. This is rated TVMA, so it is mature. And let me give you a bit of a synopsis for this. When tourists on a fishing charter in Key West, Florida, discover a human arm, suspended detective Andrew Yancey takes over the case. This stars Vince Vaughn as Andrew Yancey, our protagonist, Joan Ortiz as Rogelio, Meredith Hagner as Eve Stripling, Natalie Martinez as Rosa Campesino, who is the medical examiner, Michelle Monaghan as Bonnie Witt, who is Yancey's ex, and then we also have Ronald Pete as Neville Stafford. I really enjoyed this first episode. I'm big on the crime genre, and I think this delivers a mix of lightheartedness with a little bit of that crime thriller element. So it's a good mix. I think Vince Vaughn is the perfect person to kind of bring that into the screen. Yeah, this is really fun. I think I'm really gonna enjoy watching the rest of this this series. So let's talk about this a little bit. Like I mentioned, one of the things that I enjoy the most is that this is a laid back crime comedy, ideal for a summer watch. It combines smart storytelling and a playful tone, which I think that's what makes this very enjoyable to watch, right? The show features a compelling murder mystery with dark humor, always focusing on being fun and entertaining instead of overly serious. I think that's definitely not the tone they're going for. This is based on a novel from 2013 by Carl Hyacin called Bad Monkey, which just brings all these colorful South Florida characters and environments and themes over to real life. Now, I'm not familiar with this novel, but if you have read it, let me know how this compares to the book. We also, of course, this is a Bill Lawrence show, who you may know from Ted Lasso, and yeah, I mean, I think he's very good at balancing like cynicism and sentimentality perfectly. Just in order to create an engaging narrative, he can create very likable characters, which leads me to talk about Vince Vaughn and his charisma. I think he just shines as Andrew Yancey, like somebody who is a murder mouth detective who has to use his charm and his humor and like all these little things outside of that, because he is suspended, right? He has to use all those little things as to his advantage as much as he can. So definitely really fun. Definitely a really fun character to follow around. We also see a lot of quirky characters, whether it's some of the colleagues from work, people around the area, the medical examiner herself, Rosa. They just add more depth to this world, like as far as the world building, and they have great chemistry, like within the whole cast. It's always, really good scenes, witty dialogue, banter. It's really fun. There's like secondary plots that they're kind of an offshoot, but they're still very intriguing. Like there's a relationship with Yancey and one of his neighbors. We also follow Neville and his pet monkey in a land dispute in the Bahamas. So like we're trying to figure that part out, and that whole thing introduces some like maybe almost supernatural elements, which is interesting in a crime thriller like this. I think the narrative style is very playful as well. it does have a narrator with a great voice, and I didn't write down who was voicing the narration, but they have a great voice that is just, it reminds me of like either like Bill Lawrence does a lot of narration with Scrubs, or maybe even like The Big Lebowski, like just all those kind of shows that the narration not only does the world building for you, but it also adds a little bit of levity. It's definitely a fast paced show. We keep going from one event to the other. A lot of things are happening, and sometimes this fast pace is not something that these streaming shows do because they want to stretch out the narrative a little bit. So I think it's a very promising show that I'm very much looking forward to seeing the rest. It's got a breezy tone, it's got quirky humor, it's got the fast pace. I think Bad Monkey sets up for an exciting season full of like all this crime thriller stuff that I love, with the criminal conspiracies, the capers, Vince Vaughn running around in Miami. So yeah, highly recommend you check this out. Like I said, this is just based on the first episode. I think they're gonna drop them weekly, and I believe it's about 8, which is usually what Apple TV drops. So very excited for people to check this out. If you've seen this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. If there's any other shows you would like me to review, let us know down in the comments. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.